Welcome back to Money and Power. In tonight's video we're going to look at a topic that's been quietly building for several years, but is now reaching a point where even central banks and governments can no longer ignore it. 2026 is shaping up to be a potential breaking point for the global financial system. Not necessarily a collapse, not necessarily an end of the world moment, but a point where the system is forced to shift direction in a significant way. Now, before we begin, if you find these videos helpful, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell. It genuinely helps the channel grow. So let's get into it. 1. The debt pressure cooker. Around the world, governments are borrowing more money than at any time outside of war. The United States is adding over $1 trillion in debt every 100 days. The UK is paying more in interest costs than at any point in modern history. And Japan is running a debt load that would cripple any other nation on earth. And this isn't just borrowing. It's structural. It's embedded. It's permanent. Interest payments are now consuming national budgets. In 2026, several major economies face debt rollovers at higher interest rates, and the numbers simply do not work. You cannot refinance old cheap debt with new expensive debt without consequences. This is the first sign of a system under strain. 2. Interest costs, the systemic risk. For years, we were told debt doesn't matter, until suddenly it does. Governments are now paying more just to service the debt than they spend on defense, infrastructure, schools, police, or in some cases, healthcare. 2026 is the year many of these payments peak. The system is not designed for sustained interest rates of 4 to 6%. That is why central banks are desperate to cut rates, even if inflation isn't fully under control. If they do not do that, something breaks. Rate cuts may not be about inflation anymore. They may be about survival. 3. 2026, the political pressure point. Now add politics. 2026 is a high-stake year. The United States faces a politically fragile environment post the 2024 election. Europe faces a growing nationalist shift. The UK faces deep dissatisfaction with its political class. Emerging nations face currency stress and rising food prices, and geopolitical tension is rising across multiple regions. Financial markets do not like uncertainty, and 2026 has a lot of it. And when political systems become unstable, financial systems become cautious. This is the second major pressure building beneath the surface. 4. The currency problem. The US dollar is still strong, but fragile. The British pound is weakened. The euro is holding, but not convincingly. Japan's yen is at historic lows. China is fighting to keep its currency from sliding. The currencies that hold the global system together are under pressure. But what does a weaker currency mean? Well, higher import costs, higher energy costs, higher inflation, and more debt required to cover the gap. A cycle that feeds itself. If 2024 and 2025 were warning shots, 2026 may be when currencies start to reflect deeper structural weakness. 5. Global liquidity, the real killer. People talk about inflation, interest rates, unemployment, but the real danger is liquidity. Liquidity is the oxygen of the financial system. When it thins out, everything suffocates. Banks, governments, corporations, stock markets, bond markets, even commodities. Liquidity stress is already rising, slowly and quietly. This is what caused the crises of 2008, 2011, 2019 and 2020. When liquidity dries up, policymakers are forced to intervene. 2026 is shaping up to be one of those years. 6. What a reset might look like. When people hear the phrase reset, they imagine drama. But in reality, resets are usually slow and administrative. A reset can mean inflating away debt, quietly devaluing currency, restructuring repayment timelines, changing central bank mandates, increasing taxes, reducing government services, or creating new financial products to mask old problems. None of these are dramatic. None require emergency broadcasts, but all of them shift the economic landscape. This is the kind of reset 2026 is pointing towards. 7. What this means for precious metals. Gold and silver thrive on rising debt, falling confidence, currency weakness, liquidity stress, political uncertainty, all of which are increasing. Gold could very realistically reach brand new highs. Silver, which is already structurally tight, could outperform dramatically in a liquidity crunch. This is not hype, it's math. When confidence falls, people seek assets with no counterparty risk. Gold and silver are the oldest answers humanity has. There is much to think about here. Of course, you will encounter those channels that for clickbait purposes will tell you the dollar is going to collapse tomorrow, or that the banks will overnight ban money and everything becomes digital. That is not how these things work. And trust me, I know, as I was part of that establishment many years ago. The change will come gradually, but at an increasing pace. People will be persuaded rather than forced until we reach majority adoption, and then it will become the norm. People condemn central bank digital currencies, but yet embrace cryptocurrency. The latter is only one step away from the former. People oppose ID cards, and yet your passport and driving license are already part of that system, which will eventually become digitized into a chip, which people will adopt cautiously until everyone has one. This channel will alert you sensibly to what is going on and how in time you can protect yourselves should the worst happen. So please stay tuned and tell your friends and family about money and power. If you found this video useful or thought-provoking, please give a quick thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do consider it. In future, we shall be posting short updates at 11 a.m. GMT or 6 a.m. Eastern Time, and full videos at 7 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. As always, thank you very much for watching. Your comments genuinely shape the direction of this channel.